early, mate.
Hello team, how are we?
Good, thanks, Rob. Rob, do you take any solace from the last 10 minutes, or had the damage been done?
Oh, of course, damage was done in the first half, really, Just talking to Dave Vessels there, at half-time, our backs were definitely against the wall in terms of being able to get a result out of today. Of course, there's a little bit of a bounce there. It was great. The boys kept fighting to the end. Bench injected a little bit, which was nice. So I guess, a little bit of solace, but, we're a young group growing and looking to get better. We could live in a dark hole for a few days if we let ourselves, but we've got to bounce quickly, and we've got a big game next week at home, and so we've got to take the learnings and apply them to the games. I think there's been a lot of good stuff being done. It's just getting that application consistently in game so we can get the reward.
So just on that, there were periods in the first half where you retained possession for long spells in the attacking half, but seemed to lack a little bit of penetration. So where are you going to get that from? Yeah,
I think you're right. There was a couple of occasions where we need to get that mix between hanging on to the ball and having a strategy implemented around kicking it. But there were three clear opportunities that I can recall off the top of my head where we penetrated and we looked really good. We were either a little bit flat in our support playing lines, or we threw a forward pass and or we lost the ball when pressure was on. And it only takes one of those moments to come off, and you can have a momentum shift. And those little moments just aren't happening for us at the moment. But we'll keep persevering. Yeah, look, to be fair to what was happening, we a couple of times we ran into the wrong zones. The Rebels defend in a certain way, and we understood what was coming at us. And that created space elsewhere, but we just weren't efficient enough in being able to move the ball into that space elsewhere. Credit to the Rebels, and that they were managed to get some big men locked over the ball. Some frustrating turnovers. And it's not just forward urgency. There's times where all of us need to show a bit more urgency in those situations. No, he's running freely, but he's just developed a little niggle in his hip from, overuse, and so he's just being managed through that.
Alex, you'll have a lot of fans who are doing it tough this season so far. So what's your message to them?
Yeah, I guess we just ask our fans to stick by us. As Rob said, we're a young, inexperienced group, but we're working hard. We're under no illusions about the improvements we need to make to be competitive. They come out and support us the next couple of weeks. We're excited to be home for the next 2 weeks against the Reds and the Brumbies, and they're two games we're looking to bounce back strongly in.
Rob, you've talked about getting a bit of oomph from the bench in the second half tonight. So, without picking your side right now, but do you think that'll play into some of the selection this week?
Look, I think once we fully evaluate where we're at, like, your bench is equally as important as your starting group. You'd like to start strong and then finish over the top. We've got some pretty young pups on our bench at the moment, and they're learning from that experience. And it might be just a step too far now to ask them to come in and start it, particularly against a seasoned group like the Reds, or the following week against the Brumbies. But there'll be opportunities for growth, both during the week at training and in front of the laptop with the coaching staff, and their time will come. But it's just a matter of getting that timing right, so we don't inhibit long-term development.
Was there anything tonight that particularly disappointed you? Like, you would have come here with certain expectations, and was there something that that you felt you didn't come up to the mark?
Look, we're I guess we're a frustrating group at the moment. You know, I think I mentioned after the game, my gut feel is that we're a little bit error-ridden. Well, we're not a little bit. The stats bear out the fact that, I think we get a bit anxious. We hold on to balls we should pass. We pass balls that we should probably hold on to. We get a bit flat on our attack. You know, we do some great work in our defence, and both Witts and Gilly have done a great job in those sides of the ball. And then all of a sudden, someone makes an individual error, and against teams at this level, it's going to cost you. And I guess those moments are very frustrating, not only for the staff but the players, because they know that they're better than that, and it's just a little moment of, I guess, a lapse of concentration. And we thought we managed to put longer minutes together against the Force. You know, and to be fair, but for, I think, 4 scrums at the end of the game when we had a very inexperienced front row on, we possibly would have come out with a result of that game. So I guess the lessons from that, we scrummed a lot better today against a really good pack, and yet I guess our inability to finish off the line breaks and the half chances is something that hopefully we'll grow into.
Alex, you're only a young captain yourself. Who sort of helps you out, gets around you, or do you have any sort of mentors that you really turn to, or how do you keep your voice sense?
Well, Jake Gordon's one of my best mates, so although he's injured at the moment, we speak constantly, and he's actually a bit of a larrikin, so he's really good. Even though he's injured, he's really good for the morale of the group. Within the playing squad at the moment, we've got experienced players like Dave Parecki and Hugh Sinclair, so they're really good to bounce ideas off. So yeah, we've got a leadership group there that's growing. Obviously, yeah, quite young as we've mentioned, but yeah, we've got plenty of support there at the same time.
You mentioned Jake, one of your ex-rugby back from
I don't know, a couple of weeks I think maybe with Jake. Yeah, not sure.
Heavy water. Yeah, like on the Jake thing, you lose your captain in your first game. That's a big, you know, a big hurdle. Nobby's done a fantastic job, but it is another level of experience. And Jake is by far our most experienced player. And at the same time, we lose our midfield for you know, for 4 weeks. One for an illegality, and the other one broke a bone in his foot, and you know, so that was very disruptive, and we're still working our way through those, I guess, those bits of trauma as well. But yeah, Jake's probably another fortnight away yet, I'd say.
Thanks, guys.
Do you want some Coke?
Thanks.